Ohai. Ferghana, the city, the administrative center of the Ferghana region of Uzbekistan. Etymology. This city was founded in 1876 under the name New Marjlan, in 12 came from the city of Marjlan. The modern official name Marjalan. Known since the 10th century. At the heart of the name Tajik, a meadow, a lawn, a glade. In 1907 the city is renamed in Skobelev, in honor of the initiator of his creation, the general from an infantry, a doctor of medicine. Skobelev. In 1924 the city received the name Ferghana, on his arrangement in the Ferghana Valley. History. The northern part of the Ferghana region is occupied with steppes Karakalpak and Yazivansky, and from the south is surrounded with a flood of the La. The Ferghana region, a zone of the increased seismicity. The climate is continental, winter soft and sometimes and very cold. Average temperature of January -3.2 C, July -28 C. The lowest temperature -27.9 C. The maximum temperature is 42 C. The strong Kokand wind, blowing in the west of the valley, has an adverse effect on climate. In the summer in the southeast blows. The annual amount of precipitation fluctuates from 100 mm in the west, around Kokand, up to 170 mm in the east of and up to 270 mm on slopes of mountains, generally in the spring. Vegetative period of 210-240 days. The Sirdarya River flows along northwest border of area. Isfara, Idride, Shakamardan, Isfaram say originate from the La. The rivers are impregnated with ice and snow. Generally Seerzemic and meadow and marsh soils, mainly hungry and typical grey soils on hills, alluvial and meadow soils on terraces of the Sirdarya, sandy and loamy meadows in a northern part of the area. Various saline soils grow in saline soils of the central Ferghana. In oases broad-leaved and pine forests meet poplar, mulberry, karagachevi, and in valleys of the rivers. Among wild animals wolves, foxes, gluttons, rabbits, badgers, jays live in taigai forests of the Sirdarya. Muskrats, nutrias will acclimatize. It is a lot of birds, reptiles. Such fishes as a morinka, the man with a big mustache, a sazan, Amazon, a grass carp, a perch are found in reservoirs. The Ferghana region, one of the centers of ancient culture of Uzbekistan. Photos of settlements of the Stone Age and the rocks found in this area show that stone instruments of labor were used by people in the valley since ancient times. Excavation of the Big Ferghana Channel played an important role in studying of archaeological sites of the region. At excavation of the channel, monuments of an era of bronze, slavery and land tenure were found and investigated. Finds the 5th century B.C. and the early Middle Ages in the city of Kuva are well studied. Historical sources from 10th to the 11th century claim that this city was the biggest city in the valley after Aksakit in terms of prosperity and the size. Archaeological materials confirm that the city of Marjalan in the 10th century was the big village, and in the 11th, 12th centuries accepted the image of the village. The monuments found in the settlements of Chushki culture which were engaged in settled agriculture and livestock production are important for studying of the Ferghana Valley. Archaeological excavations show that the Ferghana region was long since populated with the people who were engaged in hunting, agriculture, livestock production, and at later stages of existence of human society culture began to develop. Scientists note that the word Ferghana was written in the early Middle Ages by the subletter in the forms Ferghana, Ferghana, and in Indo-Sanskrit the small region. In Persian, the valley between mountains, the closed valley, means. In the 2nd century B.C., it called Dovan, in the early Middle Ages, Bakhan, Bokana. The history of Ferghana goes back to the 3-2 millennium BC. For a long time inhabitants of this earth were in close cultural contact with other people of the Far East, the Southern and Central Asia. Can be examples a reminder on Andronovsky culture. The 3-2 millennium BB, which is very widespread in this region, are an amulet, the two-headed dragon, found in Soksky district. War weapon, working weapon, household items and other objects of these periods differ from the objects found in other parts of Central Asia. With opening of the Great Silk Way, influence of the Chinese culture on life of the people of Ferghana began to be felt. Emergence of bronze points, coins, silk fabrics, iron weapon and other things is directly connected with the Great Silk Way. Exactly thanks to the Great Silk Way at the beginning of our era on the world, the information on cultivation of horses, camels and small animals, abundance of precious metals and also on cultivation of cotton, grapes and cereals were spread. A large number of fortified cities of this period demonstrates development of architecture and the town planning equipment. In the early Middle Ages, Ferghana became one of bridges between Central Asia and China, and the socio-political environment here too often changed under the influence of these two regions. In times Timuridov national crafts, as well as other industries, gained further development. For example, Marjalan specialized in production of silk and silk products, Rishton in ceramics. At the beginning of the 18th century, representatives of a dynasty of Ming united villages around the city of Kopand and founded the new Khanate. Soon after that, the Kokand Khanate became one of the largest, most powerful and fast-growing states of Central Asia. Ferghana, which endured various restless years of a dictatorship, at last opened for itself true beauty in the period of independence and entered a new stage of development. According to the first president, he received the status, Ferghana, a pearl of Central Asia. The Ferghana region, one of the most beautiful, unique and prestigious corners of Uzbekistan. In days of independence, the stories entered in the chronicle, much attention in the region was paid to improvement and creative work. In 1992, symbolical gate of Ferghana 14 meters high and 26 meters long were constructed. From first years of independence of work on improvement of the Ferghana region began with restoration of ancient values of the city. In 1998 in the downtown, the large garden on the occasion of the 1200th anniversary since the birth of the Ferghana scientist, the thinker Ahmad al-Ferghani, was laid up. For years of independence in the region there were three important events of the international value. This 1200th anniversary of Ahmad Ferghani celebrated in cooperation with UNESCO, the 910th anniversary of the Sultan of Thick Birkenhead in Marjanoni, the 20th anniversary of the city of Marjalan. The city was founded in 1876. The initiator of creation of the city, the Russian general, the subjugator of Turkestan, doctor of medicine. Skobelev, 1843-1882. Who a long time served in Central Asia and was, in particular, the top military commander of the Ferghana region. On June 18, 1887, the project of the device of the city is approved. The founder, the first builder, the second military governor Alexander Konstantinovich Abramov. The area where city building was planned, was in 10-12 versts from Old Marjalan, around location of the Kishlaks of Yarmazar, Sumy and Kirimgan. To the city important function was ordered to carry out a role of strategic and administrative point on ensuring the most reliable control over the territory of the former Kokand Khanate. Exactly here again formed area also received the beginning. On March 2, 1876, the Major General Doctor of Medicine Skobelev is appointed the military governor of the region and the commander of the troops located in Ferghana. Existence of swamps in a northern and northwest part was obvious inconvenience. It was succeeded to drain them not at once. Therefore long-time malarial fever brought to the city many troubles. The office of the Turkestan Governorate General was engaged in the choice of the name of the new city. Already then the names, Ferghana or Fergansk, were offered. Stopped on a compromise solution, New Marjalan. City type, the military administrative center. Planning characteristic of such cities. Fortress, the esplanade and radial concentrically the streets dispersing from them. At an initial stage the image of the new city was decorated by the buildings built then. Officer meeting 1878-1879. Regional management, the headquarters of troops, police department, treasury, mail 1878-1880. The residence of the governor 1879-1891. The gardens park 1886-1887. Marinsky School 1890. A female gymnasium drugstore 1894. Station 1898. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral 1899. A men's gymnasium 1903. Electrotechnical Theatre Apollo. Later New Hero Movie Theatre 1908. Hospital, prison, a market and a set of private shops. Before revolution in the city there was no plumbing and sanitary, though by then he already existed about 40 years. The decision it was accepted to pave the main streets and markets of Ferghana only in 1909, and before in it there were no roads with a hard coating at all. In December 1907, in 25-year anniversary of death of Doctor of Medicine Skobelev, in his honor the city received the new name Skobelev. The marble triumphal column topped with a bronze bust of Skobelev of work of the sculptor 850. Ober was established. Soviet period. The city bore a name of the first governor of the Ferghana region till November 1924, when it was renamed into Ferghana. Ferghana grew slowly, being first of all the city of military and officials. Also the fact that it was located away from the main railroad interfered with her development. Noticeable growth of the city began only in the 20th century and in particular, after the Great Patriotic War. On May 1, 1930 the Ferghana Teacher Training College was founded. In the period of socialism in Ferghana, a significant amount of the plants and industrial enterprises was constructed. Oil refinery, plant of nitrogen fertilizers, plant of artificial skin, plant of chemical fiber, plant of Ferghana connections, hydrolytic plant, mechanical plant, gasoperic plant and others. The large construction organizations worked. -9. Use Elektromontat. Kastantot Komatika. It is thrown from Almaty. No. 8. It is thrown from Krasnovodsk. And many others. Trolleybus lines were started up. On December 12, 1964, the city was awarded with the Order of Lenin. He also had the unofficial name Zemshuna of the East. After the events of 1989 and in connection with outflow of the Russian-speaking population from Uzbekistan, the production capacity of Ferghana dropped more than by 73% in comparison with 1985. Many plants are nowadays closed. Now Ferghana isn't anymore that large industrial center which it was in the late 80s of the 20th century. For the last 20-25 years in the city some modern constructions, hotel, the tennis court are constructed, the city market is reconstructed and the park zone is improved. Also the number of cultural entertainment centers was considerably reduced. From more than 15 movie theaters and clubs operating in the 1988 years, only one acts. Libraries are converted, most children's sports schools and sports clubs is closed. In September 2011, discussion of the project of reorganization of Ferghana took place. Development of the project was preceded by laborious work for 2 years. At Ashosazliklaiti, the special group which included the best designers and town planners was created. The general plan of reconstruction of the regional center is calculated on stage-by-stage performance during 2012-2030. In the city, construction of the small belt road is planned that will allow to lower a transport load and to order the movement of cars. For this purpose, reconstruction of streets of Kuwase, Bakar, Ahmed Al-Ferghani and Sayogek, and also construction of new highways continues. For city boundaries, the oil and fat plant, Gazoparat and the plant of Ferghana connections polluting the urban environment are removed. On their place, designers suggested to construct social facilities. The central stadium, Istiklal, calculated on 2,000 places, is built close with the Czech Shura. Near in the autocamping, the mall and recreation areas are placed. According to the general plan, significant modernization will be undergone by the system of utilities, in which work modern and energy-saving technologies will be introduced. It will allow to improve providing the population with clear drinking water, gas and the electric power. Ferghana is located in the east of Uzbekistan, in the southern part of the Ferghana Valley, at the height of 580 meters above sea level. The city is approximately in 420 km to the east from the capital of the country, Tashkent, and in 75 km to the southwest from Andijan. The territory of Ferghana minus 95.6 km. Climate of Ferghana, as well as all valley, continental. The winter is soft. Average temperature of January is plus 0.2 C, and absolute minimum minus 25.8 C. In separate winter days there is warm weather. Snow cover is short. Summer roast. Average temperature of July, plus 27.4 C, maximum, plus 42.2 C. In July hot dry wind, especially in the western part, quite often blows. Rainfall isn't enough. As of January 1, 2014, the population of the city was 340,600 people. That did it by the third largest city of the Ferghana Valley. At first, after the basis, the city was Russian. In 1911 his population consisted of 11892 people. From them Russian 75-34, 63%. Sarta of 2590, 22%. On his census of 1926 in the city from 14275 inhabitants of Russians was 7942, 55%. Ukrainians minus 667, 4.6%. Jews minus 514, 3.6%. Whereas Uzbeks only 3011, 21.0%. As of 2013, Ferghana practically of a monotonic, from 350,600 residents 316,268 are Uzbeks, 90.0%. Besides Uzbeks, 12084 Russians, 3.4%. 3114 Tajiks, 1.1%. 2028 Koreans, 0.7%. 626 Tatars, 0.2%. Also live in Ferghana. Also there are Azerbaijanians, Armenians, Jews, Germans and representatives of other nations. The vast majority of the population practice Islam of Sunni sense. Also Shiites, Orthodox Christians, Protestants and Jews live. On November 13, 1973 the session of the Ferghana City Council of Deputies of Workers approved the new coat of arms of Ferghana having the following description. The heraldic board is bordered from 3 parties with a tape with the Ferghana national ornament. On the blue field the opened cotton boxes decoratively intertwine. In the central part against the background of national flag of the Uzbeks 2 symbols are placed. In the top part a leaf of a plane tree, in lower a silhouette of the chemical industrial company. Over a leaf of a plane tree gold letters and inscription in Uzbek, Ferghana. The leaf of a plane tree symbolizes unique charm of green furniture of the city, his originality in abundance of the century plane trees which are reliably covering the city from beams of the scorching sun. The silhouette of the industrial enterprise characterizes Ferghana as the center of advanced chemical and oil processing industry. The blue tape of an original Ferghana ornament reflects cultural traditions of the city, a contribution of Ferghana to the Uzbek national art. The opened cotton boxes represented in an ornament indicate indissoluble communication of the industrial and cultural center with the main crop of the fertile Ferghana region. Industry. Ferghana, one of the most industrial cities. In the region, success is achieved in the leading industries: fuel and energy, chemical, machine building, construction materials, Uzbekistan processing, easy, food and other industries. Now 38 large industrial enterprises, 30 small industrial enterprises, 446 joint ventures make a worthy contribution to updating of life of Ferghana and her transformation into the prospering megalopolis. Examples include the Ferghana oil refinery. Finesse. As a production association, Kawasaki Quartz Joint Stock Company, Eurasian Tapodisk, Avtoona and Daewoo Textile Joint Ventures. On the enterprises and the organizations of the region, foreign investments are attracted. On the modern equipment, the world-class quality products are made. They export oil, cotton, food, canned food, construction materials, rims, spare parts, agricultural products and other goods to foreign countries. Reforms in cotton, grain, Uzbekistan, gardening and livestock sectors, which are primary branches of agriculture in the region, also yield positive results. In villages, houses of city type are built. In the most remote villages, sports constructions, musical and art institutions for youth are constructed. Ferghana is rather large industrial center of Uzbekistan, taking on the output the second place after Tashkent. In the industrial sector, a specific place is held by the chemical, oil processing, food, light, furniture industry, production of construction materials, mechanical engineering and metalworking, electronics. Main types of goods of the industry are oil products, agricultural fertilizers, glass and products from them, cement, various electric devices and mechanisms, auto parts. In the city, 3-4 rather large and about 20 small and medium-sized enterprises, among them function. Ferghana oil refinery. Oil industry. Ferghanazit. Chemical industry. Electromash. Following the results of 2008, all enterprises of Ferghana made products almost on 639.1 billion sum. About $350 million US. In Ferghana, the central bus station and the international airport function. Till 2003, the trolleybus system worked in the city. In the city, 10 hospitals on 649 beds function. In total, there are 29 outpatient and polyclinic institutions and 6 rural medical points. Only the healthy nation, healthy generation will be able to create great causes. Therefore, from first years of independence in our country, much attention is paid to maintaining health of the population, increase in medical culture. For years of independence in the area, new medical institutions are constructed, old are repaired and equipped with the modern medical equipment. All this work is directed to strengthening of health of the population, formation of healthy generation. In the field of 839 medical institutions. Religion. A variety of religions becomes feature of religion in Ferghana. Except Muslims, representatives of Orthodox and Catholic Church, Christians of evangelistic sense, representatives of Baptist Christian Church, Jews, Buddhists live here. In the territory of Ferghana and the Ferghana region, about 10 various religious organizations which quite successfully function in this multinational environment got official permission about registration. These organizations are presented by the Ferghana City Church of Evangelistic Christians, Hope, the Ferghana City Church of Street Sergius of Rodeniz, the German Lutheran community, the Roman Catholic Church, Church of Baptist Christians and the other religious organizations. Mosques. Central Cathedral Mosque, Fres Masjid, the Mosque in Yarmazar, the Mosque in Shakerkishlake, the Mosque in Judum, the Mosque in Beshbol, the registered religious organizations, Church of Street, Sergius of Rodeniz, St. Alexander Nevsky's Chapel, Ferghana City Church of Evangelistic Christians, Hope, Roman Catholic Church, Blessed Virgin of Maria, Ferghana City Seventh-day Adventist Church, Ferghana City Church of Evangelistic Baptist Christians, German Evangelical, the Lutheran community of Nello, Ferghana City Church Christian Vera Evangelical, Transformation, Ferghana City Jewish Community, Avnerhabad Shouting, Culture. In the City Neftchi Recreation Center and the Theatrical and Concert Palace built in 2014 function. The Children's Puppet Theater, Yoshlik, was constructed and opened in 2013 by the International Day of Children. In the city, two large theaters, the Ferghana Regional Uzbek State Theater of the Musical Drama and Comedy of Yusuf Kizik Shekarzanov and the Ferghana Regional Russian Drama Theater work. From acting there is only a movie theater of the name Navoy in the downtown. However, work also several private movie theaters. The Ferghana Regional Library of Ahmed Al-Farghoni was opened in 1899. The fund of library by the time of opening made 853 books. Since 1956, active work on collecting and promotion of local history materials about the Ferghana region, her story, economy, culture, about outstanding people began. The local history card file was created. Now in it more than cards about Edge are collected. In 1970 the library received the new 3-story building calculated on card volumes. In the same year it received a name of Ahmed Al-Farghoni. In the 1980th years her facade decorated Al-Farghoni's portrait of work of the Ferghana sculptor Adar Aliyev executed in metal. He represented the scientist to the utmost with the book in a hand looking at the sky. As a result of a flood in 1977, the main book depository, which was in the first floor, was filled in with water. Nearly 2/3 funds which contained more than card books, brochures and magazines by then died. Among them there were several thousands of pre-revolutionary editions, bound files of local newspapers 1920, the 1930th years and other values. Sport. Thanks to independence the Uzbek sport develops. The sport becomes more popular in all regions of the country. The fact that in recent years in the Ferghana region world champions in Asia on different types of sport appeared, demonstrates that physical culture and sport become more and more popular among Ferghanites, especially among youth. In 1991 in the Ferghana region there were only 17 stadiums, football fields and 33 modern tennis courts now. In Ferghana the set of sports constructions, such as Tennis Istiklal Complex, Kimyagar Complex, Pool and Istiklal Stadium equipped with the equipment which is completely meeting the international standards is constructed. In May 2016 in Ferghana they passed the final stage of the Universiade 2016. Along with the Ferghana athletes Sardar Umarov, Khurshid Akhmadaliyev, Hasan Akbaraliyev, the team of area received 6 gold and 9 silver medals and took the second place. To the Ferghana athletes B. Melikoziev E. Rasulov E. Tanakova D. Soliev D. Tabiliev D. Akhmatkanov has the luck to participate in the 31 Summer Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The boxer Shens Ergashev achieved great success in prize fighting in the USA. Famous researcher of Ferghana Branislav Lyudovich Gromchevsky 1855-1926. The outstanding Russian intelligence agent and the traveler of the Polish origin, the military strategist, the thinker, the orientalist and the teacher, the Major General. I was engaged in studying of the countries and territories of Central Asia. Author of strategic, military and geographical, historical and ethnographic works. Participant of Big Game. In recent years, the teacher of military geography and Oriental studies in the Polish military educational institutions. I left literary works in which Ferghana of the end by 19, the beginnings of the 20th centuries is described. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.